Good morning, Themba Mliswa. Recent developments, we heard that the 320 residents from St. Martin's who had been going to court in their case against the arrested council, their houses demolished. And the residents allege that this is against an existing court order which had prohibited council from taking that decision. And previously, you have spoken on this issue, and you have accused certain government officials and the arrested council of colluding in disenfranchising these residents of their stands. So what is your position now that council has come through and demolished these houses?
It's absurd. It's abuse of office in the biggest manner possible. It's corrupt, it's inhuman, and it's evil. Because first of all, that land belonged to council, and those beneficiaries bought that land from council. And how can the very same council that got money from the people who demolish those houses? Secondly, there was the issue, after that land had been allocated to those beneficiaries, the vice president, retired General Chiwenga, was said to have wanted that piece of land for the Catholic to be able to build a hospital, a hotel, and many other things. After several interventions, the Catholic wrote a letter themselves and said they were not interested in that land. Do you understand? The general, who's the vice president, called the council and said, you must give this land to the Catholics for them to build a hospital, pharmaceutical, hotel there. After probing, they were not interested. And they said, we were never interested in this. A court order was granted that no demolitions would happen. And it's a consent court order. A consent order meaning wawirirana kutapana chinopwanyo. Now we are told that there's been demolitions. First of all, the Catholics said they've nothing to do with that land. They've never wanted it. The vice president is the one who was lobbying for that land for them. They said no. So clearly, the vice president must be very honest on this, and that's the truth of the matter. We demand as citizens, each office to be held accountable. The only person, even the president, is held accountable. Okay? The vice president, retired General Chiwenga, must explain that the council officials themselves are saying you, as vice president, are the one who gave them the directive. And you are interested in that piece of land, not the Catholic. Now that the Catholic are out of it, who is this land going to be for? Because these beneficiaries got this land from council. We cannot have people in office, no matter Nyembe Zako, abusing the office. These are people who have saved their monies, pensioners. Okay, this is their last money that they have. And how can you be so inhuman, so evil? We cannot have leadership which is inhuman and evil doing this. We don't care. I will represent right all the time. I don't care whether you're a 5-star, 6-star general. You being a general must think of the people. General must think of the people first. A general is a leader. And if we have generals who are now abusing, some who are abusing Nyembe Zao to remove people, to get things demolished, structures, Zimba Zewan, Inyekaruzi. So we must be very clear, and I'm very, very affected about this. I don't care Chinondiwana, but we must, as Zimbabwean, stand up and say, no, Mkuru, Guru Petamuso to Adika Kuchke, those that no kumbira, atinga chikidziro nenyembe atinga chidziro nenyembe nekuti inoenda kupisa nyika. This is a democratic, ndiyo nyika yacho yamakarwira kuti vanhu vavake dzimba nhasi maukiya kuzodestroy nekuti muri kuda zvizva muri kuda pasi munyika muno mutingokupai rather than kunodestroy dzimba dzevanhu. I remember once in parliament I said, how much money do those corrupt ministers want so that we can fix it in the budget, give it to them, and have ministers who work for the good of the people? Not doing this. This is unacceptable. You don't even respect the courts in this country. There's a high court order.
There are also allegations that from council especially that the officials who are said to have signed these, the council is alleging that they are fake documents. How far true or what?
How can they be fake when you have people have built houses after how many years? Comrade Superman was very clear in terms of these demolitions that you know, vakuru vane 8 years 75 years vone imba yawe ichipwanya vararama upenyu hwechokwadi. Let there be an inquiry then. But because council has been wrong, you cannot punish the people. The people are innocent. Punish those who are wrong. This is unacceptable. There is no other excuse other than it's abuse of office, greediness, corruption, evilness, okay, inhumanity. That's what it means. And it's not good for a country like Zimbabwe. When we've passed CAB 3 for development, you're now going to destroy Zimbabwe. We will not allow that to happen. We will stand by it and we will help these people fight this matter in court. The courts must represent the people. Here is a court order. The courts must represent the people, regardless which office it is. You are there as the last line of justice. As the last line of justice. Tokumbirati matari. Apindire mnyaya idzi pachokwadi nekuti court order iripo kudara. Vakuru vedu vakasarespecta court order. Kova nawadi kwanoita sei. This is painful and I'm emotional about it because you cannot have Zimbabwe zichipwanywa. Ipo pane consent order. Icho, ndicho, pasina corruption, pasina abuse of office.